Hi everyone, it's Curtis. I hope everyone's having a good day today. This video is going to be a little bit different. I think this is going to be more of a movie review video just because I've recently watched Justice League Apokolips War. I think I've seen the movie about 4 times now, so I just really want to talk about it. It's one of my favorite movies of the year so far. It's actually one of my favorite superhero movies so far. It's up there with Endgame and Infinity War for me. And I just want to give my thoughts on things that I really liked about the movie, some things I didn't like, and try my best to give like a good summary without spoiling too much. I do want to spoil one thing, but I will say that towards the end. But this is just going to be me just giving my thoughts on everything, and hopefully you enjoy. Now, Apokolips War is the final movie within the DC AMU, which is their DC's own cinematic universe. It's like Marvel has their MCU, DC has this, and it kind of makes me wish that they would stop trying to compete with Marvel with the live action stuff and really focus their budget more on animated movies, because the animated movies has been fantastic. Like all of them. Like I can literally have a whole Justice League marathon and enjoy every single one of these movies. Like it started back in 2014 with Justice League War, and now it's coming full circle with Apokolips War. Now for the beginning of Apokolips War, we have Superman addressing the rest of the Justice League, and he's talking about going on the offensive against Darkseid. Darkseid has been the main antagonist through most of these movies, and he's always come to Earth, or he always sends something to Earth to really mess with the Justice League or kill them, I guess. So Superman thinks that, okay, instead of waiting for Darkseid to come again, we need to go to Apokolips and deal with him. We need to go over there and fuck his shit up and kill him. Here's the twist. Darkseid knows their plan before they even hop on the plane to Apokolips. He knows the plan because he can see whatever Cyborg can see. Since Cyborg is technically Apokolips tech, Darkseid he can hack into his systems and see what's going on. So he is fully prepared for what's about to come. So by the time the Justice League gets there, he puts his plan into motion and there's an ensuing battle. Now the best way to describe that battle would be this. Now imagine those life points as actual human life, because hot damn do people die. Like this movie should be renamed to The Red Wedding, the movie, because throughout the movie people are just getting snuffed out left and right. Like War is the perfect title for this movie. And one thing I have to respect the movie for is that with a lot of these deaths, not all of them are like super badass and super emotional, because you know, like in some movies when someone die, they either do something super badass or it's like they have that emotional dramatic send-off. Some of these characters don't get that. Like some of these characters just die without any fanfare, without anything at all. And I have to give the movie some respect points for that, because in actual war you can die from a straight bullet. Like you're not gonna have that badass death. Granted, you know, I respect it. There's one death though that I just don't like. It just didn't sit well with me, and I'll save that towards the end when I maybe say some spoiler type things. But overall, I do respect that a lot, because in war, tragedies happen. There's always risks in war, and the Justice League, they pay the price for it. They lose. They do not win at all. They do a time skip 2 years later and the world is just destroyed. Like there's parademons everywhere and everyone's in hiding. And it's crazy to think that, because you wouldn't think that the earth would just be destroyed. Like you think Thanos snapping his fingers was traumatic and all devastating. This is worse. What do you think is worse? Being turned into dust, or just being like eaten alive, torn in half? Like a lot of that death happens in this movie. Now my favorite character in the movie has to be John Constantine. Constantine steals the show, in this movie. He's played by Matt Ryan, and at this point, Matt Ryan is Constantine in real life. Like if Robert Downey Jr. will forever be Tony Stark, Matt Ryan will always be Constantine. Like, he is Constantine. If you see this man in real life, you'll say, "Oh, that's Constantine," and he does a fantastic job in this movie. Like, at the beginning, Constantine is at the battle, and he actually sees a teammate gets killed, and he runs away. Like, he just dips, and it kind of shocked me a little bit, because usually Constantine, he's not the bravest person in the world, but you never really see him run away from a fight like that. So that was really interesting, and just to see his arc play out the way that it did, it's one giant redemption story, and he is a pivotal part of stopping Darkseid in the end. If you already like Constantine, you're going to love this movie. If you didn't like Constantine, I personally think that this movie might make you a fan. Now, another character that gets a chance to shine is Raven. The Teen Titans tried to fight Darkseid too, and they failed spectacularly. I think they did even worse than the Justice League, and Raven is one of the few survivors, and throughout those 2 years, she is losing control of the gemstone on her forehead containing her father Trigon. So while she's doing her best and trying to fix things and eventually beat Darkseid, she also has to keep Trigon in check, because if she loses control, he breaks free, and then Darkseid will be the least of their worries. One thing that I really like is that they fleshed out Raven's relationship with Robin, aka Damian Wayne, because they teased, a romance between the two throughout some of the movies, but here, their relationship gets a chance to really shine, and now I really think that their relationship is just as good or better than Nightwing and Starfire's relationship. Like, I really do hope that DC, if or when they make more movies, this is the final movie in this universe, but I know that they're probably going to reboot everything and start from scratch again. I really do hope that they keep Raven and Damian's relationship. Like, I think that was one of the strongest things in the movie. One thing I'll say I dislike about the movie, and this is kind of a nitpick at best, is that I just wish the movie was a bit longer. Like, this movie is literally if Infinity War and Endgame does mesh together in an hour and a half movie. Like, if this movie had maybe 30 more minutes to like flesh out certain scenes, I think the movie would be even better than what it is. But I do respect what they was able to do within the time frame that they had, because they put a lot in this movie. Like, the pacing is just go go go. There's never really much of a downtime in the movie. It's like they might chill for like a minute or two, then it's back to action. Like, everything I've said so far is probably only 1/3 of this movie, if that. Like, there is so much in this movie, and there's some things I want to keep secret, because this is the type of movie you need to go experience yourself, and I really want to leave certain surprises in there for you. But this movie, if I had to rate this movie, I definitely would give it an A-. The minus is because, like I said, I just really wish the movie was a bit longer. Like, I wish there was more time. Maybe just because I enjoyed it so much, I just didn't want the movie to end. But I just wish it was a bit longer. But even with that, the movie was still very enjoyable. It was like a roller coaster from beginning to end. If you're a huge superhero person, please watch the movie. It is so good. And the ending of the movie, I will say, is not even a spoiler. I won't spoil anything. The way that they end the movie, there's no way that they can make more in this universe. Like, it is one of the most decisive endings you can have in a movie, and I really respect that. Like, there's no sequel baiting at all. It's like, this is the end until we make a whole new universe. Now, spoiler incoming. Earlier in the video, I said that there was one death that just rubbed me the wrong way, and I really want to talk about it. So again, spoiler incoming. If you don't want to know about this death, please click off now. But if you want to know about it, welcome. The person who dies is Aquaman. Now, Aquaman dying, it normally wouldn't bother me, but just the way he died just rubbed me the wrong way. Because prior, he had his own movie and he built him up really well in this universe. Like, he's a beast in this universe. But just the way he died, I was like, I respect the fact that some of these heroes just get taken out just like that. It just was like, man, like, his movie now is very redundant. Like, when I go back and watch this movie, I'm like, you're amazing, but you just get taken out just like that. Like, he gets sliced in half by Darkseid's Omega Beam, and that's it. Just that's it. There's no badassery. He didn't like fight Darkseid for a little bit. There was no sadness. Because I think his girlfriend Mira was there. There was nothing with her. Well, I guess she had her own stuff to take care of, because I think she was getting fucked up too. But I just wish there was just something. Like, this man has his own movie in this universe. You built him up very well just for him to get taken out just like that. Just to get sliced in half just like that. I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way. I just didn't like it. I just kind of wish he was one of the few that got that badass death or the emotional send off. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're a huge Aquaman fan, I'm sorry for your boy, because they fucked your boy up. But it's just one little nitpick on my part. I mean, overall, I still love the movie, but for some reason, seeing him just get taken out just like that, I was just dumbfounded. Like, my face was just of pure shock. I think that was probably the most shocking death for me, because I just didn't think someone who got built up like that would just get taken down with relative ease. But, more respect points for the movie for doing it, I guess. Like, they took it, a guy who like that, and just said, hey, anyone can get taken down no matter what. But thank you guys for listening to me, just giving my general thoughts out about the movie. I really enjoyed it, so I just wanted to talk about it and share it with you guys. If you want me to do more videos like this, please let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit that little bell so you can see more fire from us. Thank you again for listening. It's been a pleasure. Remember, everyone, surpass your limits and plus ultra. Peace.